All right, all right, all right, all right. This your boy Andre Love Crossing Borders, aka Chopper Pot TV Takeover. Yeah, you know what we do. We always taking over. Let me adjust this camera real quick. Make this all look good. There we go. It's your boy in the building on Chopper Pot TV. Shout out to Chopper Pot. Shout out to Gail here already representing. We got a great topic tonight, guys. We got a real good topic. The topic tonight is about the value, how important it is to get your passport. You see, I'm rocking the Chopper Pie apparel. Make sure that you go to the website or wherever you need to go. Click the link below. Make sure that you get your hat and any other apparel to Chopper Pie TV to support. Kaboom. Guess who's in the room? You see, this ain't the first time. This won't be the last time. It's your boy Jay Jeter representing. Just ran across an article that somebody sent me, and I'm going to wait till a few people come in because I want to hear what you guys have to say about this article. And what would you do? This is a good article. This one of those what would you do articles. But before we get started, you know, we got the cologne in the night because you know y'all always funky when y'all on tour, when y'all traveling. I don't know why y'all don't like deodorant and don't like to smell good. I don't get that one. I don't get that one at all, especially my white brothers. Come on now. I be seeing y'all sweating with backpacks walking, and I understand you had a backpack in the back and the one in the front, you carrying it like a baby. I understand that. Y'all strolling and y'all trying to get to where you need to get to. But white boys and some of y'all brothers, you ain't got to be funky getting to where you need to get to. I'll put that out there again. Why can't you just put on some good old cologne, right? This one today is Santos is a very leathery, very manly cologne by Cartier. Very nice bottle. If you're looking for something to get yourself for Christmas, you definitely want to get this cologne. I'm telling you, this right here, this cologne says, I'm a grown ass man and my money is grown. That's what this cologne says. This cologne is not for anybody under the age of 30. Nah. Nah. This is not for a man that chase women. This is not a woman chasing cologne. I'm telling you right now. This is the cologne for men that women chase. You ain't wearing this if you chasing women. This is that ain't happening. You put that out your mind. But if you the type of brother that women go after, you wear this. You wear this. This is what you're gonna be wearing. This is what Elvis will wear. You see what I'm saying? This is what garden scientists will wear. This right here, the Cartier right there. This is a very manly, masculine, not strong scent. Like I say, it's a very leathery, very. I wish I knew I had the notes with me so I could tell you what the notes are in this cologne. But this one is, I'm telling you, bro. This is a kid. This is a Kevin Samuels cologne. This is a Kevin Samuels lead attorney. This is a cologne for Andre when I'm on mostly money, not love crossing borders. When I'm suited up. This is a cologne when you got a leather on. You can rock it with t-shirts, jeans, a nice clean pair of shoes. You don't need no damn gold chain when you're traveling anyway, but you definitely don't want to need a gold chain when you're wearing this cologne. This cologne, once again, that Cartier Santos, this cologne is for grown ass men only. And I'm not talking about by way of age. I'm talking about by way of you know who the you are. That's what this cologne is. But we got a great topic for tonight. But I came across an article. Somebody sent me a few minutes ago, and they were like, man, could it be true? Could it be true? And I'm going to send it to myself, and we're going to look at this one. We're going to look at this one together. I'm going to send this to myself, then I'm going to post it on the email. We're going to check this one out. Because, yeah, I want to hear what you all have to say about this one here. And what would you do in this situation? Because this is good news and good news. Let's put it like this. If it ever occurred, it would be considered good news and good news. And I don't want to spill the beans before we get started. So let me let this pop up. Bada bing, bada boom. And we're going to get started. And don't forget, tonight's topic is Tonight's topic is seven important benefits to having your passport. There are some benefits, yes. There are some benefits to having your passport that a lot of individuals don't realize, even those that have their passports. Don't realize. Y'all thinking all micro when it come to your passports. I could go get me some chicks. I can go get me some booty. I likes booty. That's what that is. Y'all one of them dudes like my old man in the prison. I sees you and I likes you. Now we could do this the hard way or we could do this the easy way. That's y'all when it comes to y'all passport. No, it's more to have your passport than talk about because I like booty. Okay, I understand that, but y'all gotta come on with it, man. It's more than the passport and just liking booty. We'll give you guys a few more minutes to pop up in here. Like I said, we're gonna look at this article together because I'm looking like, okay, all right, a little shum. A little shum. And it doesn't give too much details either. That's what got me about it. So I'm gonna download it. Then I'm gonna open it up. And we're gonna take a look at it. So we got two topics tonight. Two topics. First is going to be this article that I came across or somebody sent to me. Let's put it like that. It was one of those, it's one of those I believe it when I see it type articles. So let's go back here and let me screen share. Sounds like one of my neighbors got a new puppy, so therefore, you hear some dogs whining. All right, let me throw my glasses on so I can read this article. All right. Let me see how I look because I want to make sure I'm not freezing or anything because I might be freezing on y'all and not even know about it. I'm trying to get everything in order, have it all looking good, looking nice. All right. Bam. And there we go. There's your boy. Okay, there we go. All right. Now, as I was saying, just received this article. I'm talking about it's hot off the presses. Hot off the presses, this article is. Elvis in the building representing and Chapa and Andre. Be in Sasua for how long? Oh, y'all about to be in Sasua acting a fool. I see. I ain't mad at you, brother. I am not mad at you. Okay, let me read this article for us real quick. And I'm going to ask a question on how you guys would handle this situation. And basically, it's talking about the national government will ask the U.S. will ask, or it's not etched in stone, will ask the U.S. government to remove the visa requirements for Colombian tourists who want to travel to the North American country. And so just Luis Guebrado, Colombian's ambassador to Washington, will present a formal proposal to President Joe Biden in the coming days. Now, this was released 4 hours ago. Now, this was just 4 hours ago. This announcement could be with a bilateral relations. Oh, bilateral. Sorry, I see it. Could be within the bilateral relationship announcements between the two countries. Now, we all know that the United States and Colombia have been in cahoots for years. We've known that for years. United States and Colombia, whether it be all the way back into the era of Pablo or beyond. United States and Colombia have always worked together. The United States, Colombia gets a lot of its supplies from Colombia. Colombia gets a lot of its supplies from the United States. So that's another one of the reasons why United States has always had good relations with Colombia. So when a lot of you think that it doesn't, it really does. It is not Venezuela. It is not Brazil. Colombia is probably one of the few countries in South America outside of Ecuador that actually still has a strong relationship with the United States. So it says the relationship agreements between the two countries, as it is made known a week after the Secretary of State Anthony Blinken, I think I said it right. Blinken held a 2-day meeting with the Colombian government, and it says continue on, so forth and so forth. Okay, the question that I have for you guys is this. This is the question. I didn't even do Chopper Pa's intro yet. I want you guys I want to let that simmer a bit while we get ready to do the intro. Let's do the intro. Oh yeah, let's see. There we go. All right, your boy is back. Okay, while I let that simmer, let's say they did pass the proposal. You see, I got my Oakland Raiders colors on tonight, represent Raiders playing against Kansas City on Monday Night Football. Let's say they did pass the policy in which Colombians could freely visit the United States, you know, like we do 90 days and then another 90 days. What do some of you guys think will happen? I have my hypothesis. I think that a lot of dudes will be sending for Colombian chicas on a regular basis. You think about it. Dudes not having to leave the luxury of their couches. All they have to do is just go online, pick a Colombian chica for the same amount of money that they will fly to Colombia. They will fly her to the United States, spoil her, and send her back. I believe that that's what would take place. I don't know what you guys think. Yeah, since I'm not in DR, I wouldn't be at Flip Flops party. I don't know if Chopper Pa's going, but Andre, yeah, I won't be at DR. You know, DR sinking anyway. That's a sinking ship. You know, Taylor Made Dreams is getting up out of there. A couple more people are getting up out of there. I don't know what's going on in Sosua and in DR, but y'all need to work on that. Y'all got public relations to work on right now. Right now, DR needs public relations because right now DR is looking bad. They trying to come over, trying to make DR. They trying to make Cartagena the new Sosua. It ain't gonna happen, but they trying to because they've given up on the old Sosua. Dudes have given up. Anytime you got Taylor Made Dreams, gone. Today, he is gone. It's the 11th. Taylor Made Dreams flight has flown. That means Taylor Made Dreams is no longer doing Taylor Made Dreams. It is now Taylor Made TV. Yeah, so right now, Dominican Republic is going through a public relations issue in the Afro-American community. How y'all gonna do it without Taylor Made Dreams? I know y'all ain't gonna depend on that crazy dude, the mayor of Sosua. I know y'all ain't about to depend on that fool. Nah, I said it. I put it out there. I know y'all ain't about to depend on that dude, that clown, please. So who y'all gonna put out there? Flip Flop busy, so he'll do a live stream every blue moon, but he ain't gonna give you no information like that because Flip Flop just busy. You see what I'm saying? Busy man. So who else do y'all think could step up to the plate in DR and take Taylor Made Dreams place as far as sharing information and knowledge about what's going on in the Dominican Republic? It might take, Yosel Kyla. It might take a woman to step up and be the next ambassador for the Dominican Republic as far as what we see, what we know, and the information that we get. But as far as Taylor Made Dreams, those days are over. Shout out to Los in the building. Make sure you guys subscribe to Learn Crypto TV. Great channel. All right. He said, okay, I'm in the Dominican Republic or the Dominican Republic right now. Okay, there we go. Jay Jeter. Maybe Jay Jeter can step up. Kaboom. We can step in the room with Jay Jeter. It could be Jay Jeter. Who do y'all think? I'm serious. Somebody got to fill the void. We've already lost KS in the States. All right. That void is not being filled anytime too soon. Y'all can pretend like my brother Austin can feel it, but Austin didn't even go in that direction. Austin on his way to Thailand too. So y'all can't sit back and say Austin gonna fill the void of KS if he in Thailand. So that's a wrap. You got Taylor Made Dreams going to DR. That's a wrap. Who's gonna fill the void? It's a void in the universe. I feel like I'm in a Marvel movie. I need Doctor Strange right now to walk in this room to help me out with this multiverse issue. Right now, we need Doctor Strange to let us know who's going to fill the void in DR. Who's going to come with that DR weekly footage, information, and insight on the Dominican Republic. Because the rest of y'all, I'm going to tell you the truth. You want to know the truth? Half the people that's going to do videos in DR going to tell you a bare-faced lie. Yep. Just like my alarm said. Bare-faced lie. They're going to lie to you. Lie. They're going to try to make it seem like DR, you come to DR and you can actually walk on water. When one thing we got from Russ, we got the good, we got the bad, we got the ugly. We knew the truth from Russ and Taylor Made Dreams channel, from his channel, that we were going to hear the truth about DR. We heard about about buying property all the way until, all the way to being a parent, to volunteering in the community, to real estate classes, to interviewing. Let's go do a flashback. Come on, let's do a quick flashback of the years of Taylor Made Dreams. All 5, 6. The man was so good at what he's done. He actually started a channel, shut it down, and started another channel and was still just as successful. Now, don't forget, tonight's topic is the 7 important reasons or 7 benefits of getting your passport. And then we're going to get back to that article that I just read, and I want to hear what you guys have to say about it. But my point is, who's going to take his place? Who's going to be the next Phil Jackson of DR? Who's going to be the next Jordan, the next Tom Brady of DR? If you ain't got Taylor Made Dreams in here. He's the reason why I created Drinking Hand. I told him that. The reason why I created Friday Night Drinking Hand, because I used to watch the original Taylor Made Dreams channel. And Taylor Made would always have drinks in his hand, just talking. I'm like, who is this dude? First of all, at that time period, I had never seen anybody just relax drinking liquor on YouTube. I kid you not. Maybe I was just naive, or maybe I just was not a YouTuber, aficionado as far as watching at that time period. But I kid you not. Before Russ, I had never seen dudes like on a regular basis just had a drink getting tore down. See, it's one thing to see somebody on YouTube and they have a drink or two. That's one thing. But Russ would sit there with us for 2-3 hours getting tore back and telling us about Brazil and DR and how he's going to be moving there and blah, blah. Let's do flashbacks. Who's going to bring it like that? Who's going to bring that originality, that authenticity? We need authenticity in DR, because I'm telling you, whoever's going to come up next is going to be telling you a bunch of lies. Come to DR. It's Shangri-La. And some of you guys will go for it. I'm telling you, you're going to go for it, and I'm going to be sitting back here. Me and Chapel Pa will be sitting back laughing at you, because there's no perfect place in the world. Colombia is not perfect. United States is not perfect. Thailand is not perfect. One thing that we want to get across to you guys right now, even Brazil is not perfect. There is no perfect place in the world. You just have to find the perfect place for the routine of life that you have. That's one thing I've learned. What place in the world works best for the routine of life that I have? If I wake up in the morning, can I do my routine of life in that country without any interruptions? You see what I'm saying? That's a perfect country for you. If a country can handle or deal with your whatever routines that you have or that you want to bring to the table, if you can do that in that country, that is what's called a perfect country for you. But if you go to a country and they got a lot of rules and regulations that's interrupting your daily routines, you might have to think about if you want to stay in that particular country. That's how I define what country I would want to be in. Can I do my daily routines there? So y'all need to think about that for over the next couple of months, because we need somebody. You Chopper Pot gone. You can't sit back and say, well, what about Chopper Pot? Chopper Pot gone. Chopper Pot is gone. He up in Brazil. He acting a fool. He everywhere else enjoying his best life. He is not wasting his time in trying to get y'all information, footage, facts and figures, forecasts of what the hell is going on in the Dominican Republic. Them days are done. Yeah, but okay. You think I'm playing? Y'all gonna miss Taylor Made Dreams on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, like y'all miss Kevin Samuels on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Go ahead. You think it's a joke? Think I'm kiki cat cat? Think I'm playing? Y'all gonna be sitting around like, what's going on in DR? Y'all got so much footage from Russ, so much information. If it was a rainstorm, Russ told y'all. If it was a good day, he bought some property, Russ told y'all. Russ told y'all when he said, hey, I'm about to have a baby. Oh, I think I'm about to have two. Russ told y'all everything. There is nobody online, male or female, in DR that's sharing the level of information that Russ put out there. Nope, ain't nobody. Nope, nobody. Can't think of one. Can y'all think of one? No, all you dudes that are in DR right now, all you DR brothers right now, can y'all think about anybody right now that would share the level of footage and information that Russ gave on a weekly basis? Because I can't think of one. Everybody else that's doing YouTube is either doing super real estate videos, which is cool, or they're doing fuckery videos, which is cool. Fuckery or real estate. You really don't got nobody in the middle that's just give you a foundation of if you want to come to DR. Okay. Y'all think I'm playing. Who can y'all call right now and do a consultation on you and your boys doing your first trip to DR? I already told you Flip Flop too busy, so you can't call him. Who you gonna call? You can't call Chopper Pot. He ain't there. My life with mom. You might could call him, but as soon as you say something stupid, he gonna hang up on you because he don't deal with tomfoolery. Go ahead, ask. Jorge do not play. So who nobody. Thank you, Los. Thank you. That's all I needed. Somebody to tell a dang truth. Nobody. Y'all ain't got nobody in DR. DR is right now is going through, like I said, the closest y'all got is Yoso Kayla. The closer one. And Kayla be like, Kayla be iffy about, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. You see what I'm saying? Because Kayla don't want all them headaches that Russ was dealing with. Yeah, like I said, y'all thought I was joking. But right now, Dominican Republic, in the eyes of African Americans, is going through a public relations downfall. I'm telling you, y'all need Beyonce publicists to come through to save DR. Because ain't nobody going to be giving out information and it's going to all die down. Just like it did with his first channel. You better believe that one. That you could take to the bank. That you could take to the bank. Let me get some information out here. And it's sad too, because there was nobody else. That's probably one of the saddest things. Nobody stepped up. Nobody talked about being the next armor bearer for DR. No, I ain't hating on DR. We you know what? When we spent a month in DR. We had a really, really good time in the Dominican Republic. We really did. I'm just saying that there's nobody left. You see how many of us are still looking at old Kevin Samuels footage? Because we miss Kevin. It's gonna be a lot of us still looking at Russ like, even though he's gonna be in Thailand, we're gonna be like, man, but there ain't nobody in DR. It's gonna be empty. Ooh, it's gonna be quiet time in DR. We're gonna be getting DR news like 3 weeks later after it happened. Where Russ will be telling you like on the spot, like he a news reporter. Russ will put it in the title of his videos. Y'all ain't got nobody. Nobody. It's gonna be the same thing in Colombia when we leave. 2024, 2025, when we move to Europe. Everybody else on YouTube that think, okay, name one person, name one YouTuber, content creator that gives you the in-depth information that we give you about Colombia on a regular basis. The good, the bad, the ugly. You can't say Ace because Ace be everywhere. You can't say Flyboy Way because he only do a couple videos for you a year. You might got Life with David. I give it to Dave. Life with David, the Mexican brother in Medellin. That's my dude. Everybody else, they either give you fuckery or more fuckery in Colombia. There's no Colombian channels that actually give you straight everyday footage of life in Colombia. Almost 90% of them says, I'm gonna give you some fuckery, and the other half say, well, I'll give you more fuckery. And that's it for Colombia. You can't name one other channel that you can go to and ask thorough questions. If it's not me, you can ask Andrea. Once we gone, you ass out. Let's be real. I'm not saying it in a braggadocious way. I'm just saying that we need to make sure that we appreciate those individuals that shared so much knowledge and so much information with us. Y'all need to be putting some thank yous in the comment section of some of Russ's latest videos. And thank you for all the years that you were there in DR. Thank you for all the information that you share. Thank you for the insight. Thank you for the good times and the bad times. Russ let us ride his journey from Atlanta. He didn't sit back and wait till he was in DR and then say, hey, fellas, you come. No, he was still in Atlanta, even though he bought the property in DR. That's how long I've been watching Russ, where he still lived in Atlanta and bought the property in DR and was still going back and forth, that transition. That encouraged me to let me know I could do that in Colombia. Without seeing his story, I wouldn't have thought about being able to do that. That's how important it is for us to let these dudes know to say, you know what? I appreciate what you did. If it wasn't for the aces, why you think Flyboy Way calls his videos guide to this, the guide to that? Because y'all know, boy, once certain YouTubers are gone, okay, keep on thinking it's a joke. Cat. All right, I'm telling you, I know one thing. Y'all need to be putting some, you know what, Russ, we appreciate your decision. We love you, brother. Continue to live your best life. Russ already plans on doing some more videos in his new location. And when he comes back to DR to visit. But yeah, boy, y'all gonna be, it's a void in the universe. Yeah, thanks to us, Uncle Russ, man. So many kids got fed at the orphanage, clothes. Like he said, he watched kids that were just barely newborns, and now they're 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old kids. Kids that he saw that were 10 years old, now they're teenagers. All this in the orphanage. Russ motivated a lot of us to make sure when we travel to give to communities. Ain't nobody else in DR doing that. Ain't nobody else in DR telling y'all to volunteer to do nothing. It's a couple of WhatsApp groups, yes. But as far as dudes in DR actually doing it, I don't know. It's either, like I keep saying, real estate videos or fuckery videos. That's all you getting in DR. That's it. If you think I'm playing, just put in Dominican Republic on YouTube and just go down the line and look for some quality videos. All you're gonna see is either somebody giving you some good information on real estate or somebody showing you some fuckery. That's it. That's all you get. That 100%. All you had to go give you the true game about politics in DR. He was telling us about the laws in DR. He was telling about how to buy property, open up bank accounts. He was telling about the police behavior in DR, how to carry yourself in DR. He told you about the pay for play. The term mangoes was one of the terms that came up on his channel. I'm not saying that it was invented on his channel, but what I'm saying is that term mango was used quite often on his channel more than anybody else's channel. Y'all start using the term mangoes instead of using other terms for the ladies of the night. He told y'all if it was gonna be a hurricane. He told y'all about the mayors. He told y'all about the real estate brokers. He told you about who to trust as far as the attorneys or not who to trust. Everything. He gave y'all the laws that if you get incarcerated, he rode with us during a time period when all those people from the states was getting was drinking tainted liquor from liquor bottles. Remember that era where people would be in resorts and then they would come up floating. Russ was with us with all of that, all of it. The closest person that y'all had to being like that, Chopper Pa, and he gone. That's the closest armor bearer that y'all had that was about to come around that bend and give y'all some day-to-day information on Dominican Republic. But he decided that he wanted to, take his journey to Brazil. Other than that, the closest y'all might get, if Jorge, my journey with mom, if Jorge goes that route by giving information and giving out facts. But other than that, nah, y'all ain't got no damn body. And like I said earlier, I wish I would say that the mayor of Sosua gonna look out for you. That damn fool. Y'all ain't got nobody. Y'all can't name one dude that got a YouTube channel that's gonna give y'all some quality and give y'all some fun at the same time. Now, one dude that could bring quality women on their panel, he was bringing quality, man, y'all, DR, y'all got a lot of work to do, baby. You got a lot of work to do. Where's Chopper Pa? He locked up in the basement with Dr. Dre and Eminem. What you talking about? Where's Chopper Pa? You don't need to know what Chopper Pa is. Nah, man, nope. You might get it from Flip Flop, but like I said, Flip Flop is busy. He a businessman. He a dad. He got responsibilities. He can't be all up in y'all faces all the time. You see what I'm saying? I like Flip Flop, but I could tell that Flip Flop focuses, he's focused mainly on being there for you guys when you see. Flip Flop seems to me is like the guy that's there for when you get there. He makes sure that you have this, he makes sure that you have that you have a good time, that everything goes great for you. You have a great trip. But Flip Flop is not going to, from what I've seen on this channel, he doesn't talk about the laws, the rules, the regulations, the steps that you need to take. And he shouldn't have to. That's just not his lane. His lane is when you get here, I'm going to show you a good time. That's Flip Flop lane from the videos that I've seen. So once again, y'all going to be ass out. Pookie and Ray Ray, they ain't got no uncle to turn to. No uncle to turn. What uncle y'all got to where if your flight come in at 8:30 in the morning, but your Airbnb ain't ready until 2:30? What uncle you got that you can call and say, Russ, can I leave my luggage at your place until my spot is until my Airbnb is ready? What uncle y'all got in DR that could do that for you? He's done that for plenty of people. Y'all gonna leave it at Flip Flops with his staff? That's where y'all gonna leave it? You see what I'm saying? How much the brother was bringing to the table for us? I'm telling you, boy. Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right. It ain't gonna be nothing but 1,000% fuckery videos coming out of DR from now on. I guarantee you. I just watched, I put 500 on it right now. Just watch most YouTube videos coming out of DR for the next 6 months. it's going to be either real estate or fuckery. It ain't going to be nobody giving y'all real game on how to maneuver and carry yourself in DR. Now, one person give a damn about y'all like Russ did. I'll say it one more time. You can't name one person, one, that gave a damn about y'all like Russ did. Not a one. Not a one. Because if Russ didn't care, half the stuff that he said, he would have never said. He would have never shared as much information as he did. Alabama grapefruit was hitting. Okay, I'm dipping. Alabama grapefruit was hating. Listen, man. I don't. You know what? I don't even study haters, guys. Y'all, if you haven't noticed me, I really don't take time out to study haters. I really don't. I don't talk about them. I don't. They everybody got them. You know. Lowe's most part. Let's see. I'm dipping in conversation. I'm dipping. Let's get back to the topic. Okay. Let's see if I can pull that article back up for us real quick. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Let me see if you guys can see it. Okay, this article right here is talking about, I'm going to read through it one more time. We got 23 people here. We need to have for Chopper Pie 23 likes. I like you. You like me too. Okay, this article is talking about, basically it's talking about, I'm going to skim through it. The national government, and this is here in Colombia, will ask the United States government to remove, again, I'll say, remove the visa requirements for Colombian tourists, not for every Colombian. So don't be running around talking about, I can take my baby to the States. I can take my baby to the States. Nah. Okay, here we go. Before we go any further, half of y'all dudes, baby, ain't got a damn passport. So shut that down. See, that's how important passports are. All y'all just running around thinking like, what? What if they lifted it today? Here we go. National government will ask the United States government to remove the visa requirements for Colombian tourists who want to travel to North America, to the North American country. What if they lifted that today? Half of y'all women ain't even got no damn passport to even get to the country. I can help her. How can you help her? You don't know the application process and you don't know Spanish. Oh, let's be real with it. If they said today, damn, by law, thus saith the presidents of Colombia and the United States, Colombians shall from this day forth in the year of our Lord 2022 be able to travel without a travel visa to the North Americas. That heifer that you've been smashing for years, she still ain't got no damn passport. And you don't even know how to help her get one. Oh, you might fund it, but you don't know how to help her get one. That's the sad part. That's when I be telling y'all dudes, when y'all be dealing with bottom feeders and y'all think I be laughing. I just be talking shit. When I be trying to tell y'all, hey, stop dealing with them bottom feeder chicks. Get with some chicks that got something about themselves. I bet you if I went in this comment section, not even half of y'all that know women in DR or in Colombia know a female with a passport. Or even know if your woman who you've been kicking it with, if she got a passport. Maybe one or two of y'all say, my girl do. But most of y'all in the comment section, hell no. Hell no, your woman ain't got no passport. So even if they lifted this today, and they just said they're asking, y'all woman ain't got no passport to even get to the States to even take advantage of this. That's a damn shame. Y'all love some beautiful bottom feeders. I don't know what it is about broke chicks, but y'all love them beautiful broke ass chicks. I swear. Like chicks I be walking around here and seeing some chicks, man. They be looking so fine here in Colombia with they little taking care of business. They jump in their little car, jump on their bike, and they roll off. And I'm like, why do dudes don't want these chicks? Ain't no ring to be found. These dudes do not want chicks that look like they got passport. Y'all don't even get with a chick that look like she got a passport. Y'all don't get. I'll say it again. Let me move this out my way. I will say it again because I ain't shy. You don't even get with chicks that look like they got a damn passport. At least Long got one. At least y'all can have women that look like she got like she got the potential to have a passport. Half y'all be smashing chicks don't even look like she got the potential to have a passport. So what's the use of me reading the rest of that article? What's the use? I'm wasting my damn time. Let me go on to the next topic. I'm wasting my damn time. All right, keep the comments going, guys. Keep the comments going. Shout out to you guys. But you're not. See, I'm dipping. Shout out to Joe, but you're not objective. Of course, I know Bogota. Blah blah blah. Okay, I'm dipping. Could somebody put in the score of the football game? Could somebody do that for me? I appreciate that. You know, my Raiders playing tonight against Kansas City. Last I saw was 14-0. If you guys, I appreciate you. If you could put the score in the game. I got a couple of running back. My fantasy football season has been horrible. This is the worst fantasy football season I've had in 10 years. I'm usually in the top. I've never been outside the top 3 ever in the history of fantasy football. I've got some coming back to do. Hanging out in Cuba to mess my little season up. All right, there we go. Guys talking. Okay, here we go. 7 benefits of having your passport. First benefit of getting your passport. If you don't have your passport, all right, okay, 20-17 Raiders. See, I knew it was gonna be like that. Remember, I just said it was 14-0 Raiders. But I know my Raiders. My Raiders are one of the worst fourth quarter teams in the NFL for the last about 5 years. Yeah, we gonna get you in the first quarter. Third quarter, we rank in the top 5 of the third quarter teams. Third quarter, I already know we're gonna score. Fourth quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, we letting everybody catch up. It will amaze you how many Raider games start off with 35-0. You like, we got 35 points. I'll just sit back and I'll be like, I know the Raiders. If the score is 35-0 and we still in the first quarter, I know my Raiders. This is going into overtime. This going into overtime. And this, I already know the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter hit, what do the Raiders do? Let the other team score 35 points. Raiders couldn't score one more point. I'm telling you, man, I know my Raiders. Okay, Andre, those men don't want sensible. Oh, they don't want sensible women. Let me fix this real quick so I can see a little better. Change that size, that font size. Bam, bam, bam. Now your boy can see. Reasonable. They are intimidated by women who are intelligent and ambitious. I think so. I'm gonna tell you something. Can I say something that I probably said it once, but I haven't said it on Chapel Paz channel. It wasn't hard for me to date intellectual women in South America, or women, not even just, I'm not talking about brainiacs and talking about ladies with degrees and all that, even though I married one. I'm talking about just women that had a decent job and doing some decent stuff. It wasn't hard. You know why? Because you motherfuckers wasn't in the way. Shout out to Gail. Make sure you guys subscribe to Gail's channel. If you want to hear somebody say something sweet and nice and make it say it better than I do, that's Gail. Make sure you subscribe to her channel. Yeah. It wasn't hard for me to find a good woman. You dudes was y'all wasn't nowhere to be found. Y'all wasn't at the luncheons. Y'all wasn't at the bowling alley. Y'all wasn't in Armenia, Manizales, or Pareda. Y'all wasn't at any of the other poetry events in Colombia. Y'all wouldn't even look at, even online. A female can be on Tinder, and if she say she got a job, y'all swiping left. Hell no, she got a job. But then let somebody she's pretty, but you see a garbage can and 4 pair of kids' shoes in the back of it, of a photo, you swiping right. I got to have her. Like, wait a minute, the one that was before her was pretty too. Man, she looked like she got a job, man. I don't need nobody with a job. I need somebody that could spend 24 hours with me. Y'all made it so easy for me to find a wife. I want to say thank you to all you stupid mother out there that made it so easy for me to find a wife. Y'all wouldn't know where to be found. I'm going to tell y'all something. Fellas, whenever you ready to look for a good woman, don't worry about it. She's going to be right there in whatever country you go to. Because all the buckethead brothers, all the brothers that rolling up zigzags, smelling like dish rags, I'm telling them brothers, they don't go where the good women are, ever, in no city, ever, no country. No country. You can't, please. The only reason, I'm going to tell you, the only reason bad boys in the States get good women, because good women go after bad boys. If it had to be the opposite, bad boys scared of good women. They don't be dealing with no good one. What? Please. Keep them like Aisha from the hood. And it's the same thing in every country. Every country. You dudes are no competition to dudes like me. And I'm not saying it in an egotistical way. I'm saying to give other guys heads up. If you're a real dude and you're looking for a good woman, they are out here in this world, whether it be in the States or outside the States. I'm telling you. And your competition is thin. Because real dudes, real men, alpha males, men of responsibility, and men that your last name can be necessary. If men like me and other men, like many of you guys on this chat, you could change your last name to Necessary. My name could be Andre Necessary. But a lot of dudes, they are not necessary. They are not necessary. If you could change your last as a man, if you could change your last name to Necessary, you about your business. But most dudes, when they travel, them clowns ain't necessary. They are not necessary at all, not even for the economy. They're only necessary to them broke chicks that from the barrios, the beautiful bottom feeders. Ooh, she looks so good with her poor ass. That's it. I kid you not. Can I get to the topic though? Can I get to the topic? First benefit, first benefit of having your passport. You get a chance to unravel the lies that you've heard about other countries and unravel the lies that other countries have heard about you. Yeah, if you think that United States only lies to you about other countries and then you get your passport and then you travel, you find out stuff that's true, you're like, oh, no, that's not true. You know, they got good food in that country, or that's not true. They're not in the middle of a war. They haven't warred in 80 years. But United States told you one thing, and you get a chance to use your passport to find out something else. But then you get a chance to go to other countries and find out what lie was told about you. You get a chance to find out if Italian women really like brothers. You get a chance to find out for yourself. That's the beauty of having your passport. You get to find out stuff for your dang self. I could say anything about this country. I'm on YouTube. You know, people go, see, this one rule I have. I ain't about to come up here and waste my time. I'll be 55 in 3 days. I'm not about to sit up here and waste my time on YouTube. The little life I got left, telling lies to y'all. So y'all ain't got to worry about Andre telling y'all no lies. In 4 years of YouTubing, I have not put out a lie. Okay? On all platforms. But at the end of the day, I'm telling you, you want to come out and find out for yourself. I'll give you a perfect example. Perfect example. Some guys will say, I'm going to move to Cali and I don't have no problem. I'm moving. And they will move here. And then they'll find out that Cali is not Medellin and it's not Cartagena. It's not party all day long. Now, Cali's nightlife is better than Medellin's. Yeah, I don't know that. We don't show. I'm about to show you I know footage of Cali. Y'all crazy. But at the end of the day, dudes come here and they find out, well, it's not for me. They had to find out for themselves. Sometimes you got to find out stuff for yourself. You got to find out if Bogota is for you yourself, if Cartagena is for you for yourself, DR, wherever it may be. The beauty of having your passport, you get to find, you don't need to wait for the United States to lie to you anymore. You can find out about any location in the world your damn self. That's the first benefit of having your passport. If you don't have your passport and you're a grown ass adult in the United States, I don't know what y'all thinking. A passport is like a fire extinguisher also. That's number two. Number two reason for having your passport. Your passport is like a fire extinguisher. Do you need a fire extinguisher every day? No. But aren't you glad you had it when you needed it? Do you need a fire extinguisher every day? No. But you are so glad you had it when you needed it. There were so many people that were so glad that they had their passports in 2020 and did not get stuck in raggedy United States during the pandemic. Y'all, we sat back on the other side of the world, and I kid you not. I know, Larry. I ain't telling him a damn thing. You see, hey, Larry, you see, have I not stuck to my word? I put up one Cali video a year. And that is about the club living. I'll probably be dropping that in a couple weeks, and that's it. I don't put out no, them days are done. Y'all not about to come down here and mess my little Shangri-La up. It's the only one left. Y'all done tore up every other city. Please. Nope. You won't see any Cali footage coming from me. Like I said, I put out my one annual video for the club living, and that's it. That's it. Outside of, like December for the Salsa Festival. That's it. But yeah, when y'all all got stuck in the United States during COVID, y'all didn't know what to believe. Y'all didn't know to believe mask, no mask. Quarantine, no court, is it still a quarantine? Y'all didn't know if y'all crossed the state to get to court. Do I need a mask in this state? But I live in that. I work in this state, but I don't live in that. Y'all was so confused. And Trump, remember when Trump was going to battle against the governors of all the states? And he was blaming the fact that everything wasn't in order. He was blaming it on the governors. Well, ask your governor, should you have quarantine? Yeah, we do victory laps. Yeah. Remember when y'all didn't know whether y'all should get artillery or toilet paper? Ain't nobody in the world running around for toilet paper but the United States. We all on the other side of the world looking at y'all like, look at these damn fools in the United States. Y'all women getting it, ladies, yes, you ladies getting in fights over some bounty, the quicker picker upper. And we all on the other side of the world looking at y'all like, look at these dang fools in the United States. Y'all didn't know if y'all was locked down, locked in, locked up, locked around. Y'all all like acting like prepositions. In, on, by, through. For those that forget about what your prepositions are in English, prepositions are the words that tell locations. In, on, by, through, with, over, under, near. Y'all didn't know what preposition y'all was. It's so bad in the United States. Remember when New York, y'all had so many bodies, they were rolling out. The morgue was full. And sadly, they had to roll out semi trucks to keep the bodies in. Y'all didn't know what the hell. Y'all didn't know if the restaurants were open or closed. In the rest of the world, the rest of us is just sitting up there. We eating good. Watch United States look like some damn fools. If y'all ever wonder when the notoriety of I'm an American came to an end, it was during the pandemic. Remember how? Because I remember pre-pandemic, you could walk up to a female like, I'm from America. Oh, let me throw my panties. Remember them days? After the pandemic, females wouldn't throw no panties for y'all to this day. Y'all got to walk up and convince. Y'all can sit back and tell a female, well, I'm from America. She looking like, okay, and can you speak Spanish? Do you know Portuguese? Do you know Mandarin Chinese? Being American, dude, and just throwing that flag out there, them days are done. Y'all look so stupid around the world. I swear, if you don't know how dumb the United States look globally, look at 2020. Y'all look so bad. And anybody that was outside the United States can tell. And we were all locked down, quarantined too. We were too. But we still looked at y'all like, look at these damn fools. See, if they don't like, y'all would like, y'all would like the kids that wouldn't take a nap. If y'all don't get y'all ass in there and take a nap, I ain't sleepy. That's who the United States was, like a little kid that couldn't take a nap. But for those that had their passports, it may have had them for years and didn't need them, but they saw what the hell was going on in the United States and they got the heck out. 24-20 Kansas City. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? I know my Raiders defense. My Raiders defense, fourth quarter, garbage. Drug in Medellin, Bogota, and other cities, prostitution went up. Actually, it didn't. I'm going to tell y'all something for real. Since I live here, Joe, most dudes are, you know how in the United States they got the recycled bottles? Like you could go to like in Michigan, 10 cents for a bottle or can, 5 cents for a can, recycled. But, and they take it, they smash it, they crash it, they rebuild a new bottle, and they put the Pepsi off in there and they send it back out there and then you recycle it again. That's all y'all doing. It's the same women. See, a lot of y'all think, well, it's more women in Colombia or more women to do it. No, it's that same pool that y'all run to. 90%, I'm sorry, my bad. I'm insulting these people down here. 98%, if not more, of women, of the 20 million women in Colombia, there's 54 million people. Let's just say there's 20 million of them are women. 20 million. Let's say 1 million will pay for play. Actually, statistically, it's only 60,000. But let's just say it's 1 million. That still means that most adult women over the age of 18 don't even fuck with you. I'll repeat that. They don't fuck with you. Y'all keep recycling the same chicks. Y'all keep getting drugged by the same. She drugged him, she drugged him. She got him, she got him. She did him, she did. It be the same chicks. And y'all keep putting in y'all little mind that it's somebody new. It's the same chick. She got you. The new dude got off the plane. She got him. The next dude got off the plane. She got him. And y'all be thinking because 3 dudes got, it's an epidemic. No, bruh. It's y'all little circle that y'all hang in that's getting got. Everyday Colombian women that's walking down the street, they ain't got nothing to do with that world. It's women that work in McDonald's that ain't even pay for play. Where there's semi pay for play. There's women that go for money. That's everywhere in the world. A woman gonna take your money. Stop playing. Well, there's women that got jobs to take your money. It's women in the United States that make 6 figures and will take every dime you got. What are you talking about? So stop acting brand new like you ain't a grown ass man. Everywhere you go in the world, a woman want your money. Stop back to brand new. Grow up. We talk about the pay for play that's out there for real. So when I hear y'all talk about Medellin, it ain't that many in Medellin. Get it out, y'all. It ain't that many in Cartagena. That small little pool that y'all keep on running to, y'all think that's the real world. Okay. Anybody in the group in a motorcycle club? I used to be in a motorcycle club, the Dirty Dozens out of Chicago. Shout out to the Dirty Dozen, right? We had a saying called Real World Bike World. Because the bike world was so real, the dudes would have their real world wife and kids and families, and women would have their real world husbands, and they'd be school teachers. But in bike world, it was so real that people had a real bike world wife or a real bike world husband. Or if she was single, she was a nurse and the sweetest person in real world. In bike world, she was the wildest person riding a motorcycle. But to those that hung out in bike world, in our minds, it was a real world because we would all meet up in hundreds, if not thousands of us would meet up at Bike Week in Myrtle Beach or in Florida or Ski Week in outside of Michigan. I mean, outside of Detroit and Michigan. We going skiing. But so in our mind, our little world was a real world. But when you look at it, the grand scheme of things of everyday people in the United States, they didn't know we existed. They didn't know bike world existed. It's the same thing for you pay for play dudes. You swear up and down that it's more Colombian women that's out. It's more, they drugging everybody and they don't give a dang about you. The average Colombian woman is just going about her business, living her life, looking for love, and looking to have kids and a family just like everybody else. Excuse me. Y'all got to get that childishness out your mind because that's your bike world. In other words, that's your bike world, your image of bike world, but it's not the real world. Pay for play world is not the real world. Get that through y'all mind. I know it hurts. Ain't nobody ever told y'all that, did they? Nope. I sit back and watch y'all. Y'all act just like we did in bike world. Y'all treat pay for play world like it's a real world. Like it's real, like it's millions of women out here in Colombia that's giving their bodies to you. No, it ain't. I've already done the homework on it. They said that it's between 30 to 60,000 actual pay for play nationwide in Colombia. 60,000. I bumped it up to 1 million. And that still ain't a dent. And it's the same thing in Thailand. Not every woman in Thailand is pay for play. The circle that you go in, that's your real world. But once you break out of that world into a real world, you start to realize everybody ain't out there throwing their bodies at you in Thailand. It's just that small world. Y'all got to grow the fuck up. Y'all really do. Y'all dudes be getting me with that pay for play and act like every female in Sosua is into it. Like there are no female nurses in Sosua. There's not one school teacher in Sosua. There's not one female business owner in Sosua. Like there's not one person in Puerto Plata that owns her own this or owns her own that. So every job, we talk about every city council member is a male. That's how y'all act. Every mayor, every person that has to do with office work is a male because all the women in Sosua or Playa, they are all pay for play. That's how y'all act and y'all treat DR. And I'm sitting back when I'm in DR that whole month we was there. We weren't there for like a weekend like you dudes. We were there a whole month. Went from one side of the island to the other side, studied everybody. And the first thing that we noticed was this: not everybody is down for pay for play. But the way y'all sold it to us all those years before we went, y'all made it seem like everybody, every female in Sosua was just throwing her body on the ground, trying to get your few trinkets. That's the value of a passport. I got a chance to go to Sosua, not to Sosua, but to Playa, because I wasn't going to Sosua because we had so many other things we need to do. But I got the chance to find out on my own about DR. And I found out that most of what y'all were telling dudes on all these YouTube videos was a mother lie. You liars, you straight up liars. You look right into the camera and you told dudes lies about DR. The only person on YouTube that was probably telling the truth is a few real estate people, yes. Then you had Flip Flop and a few other dudes that were telling the truth, yes. And you had Russ. The rest of y'all literally turned cameras on and told barefaced lies and sold dudes on the idea that Sosua was the place, and not just Sosua, that DR was the island you came to, and all the ladies were going to lay down with their legs spread open before your presence, almighty American king. And when I got there, all I saw was you was some lying mother. That's all I saw in DR. I saw some women that was doing some things, but most women were just regular, everyday, going about their business women. Hey, boo, sexy lady. So while y'all sit up there lying about these women in all these other countries, I'm going to tell y'all something else. Another lie y'all keep telling, that women with passports could validate. Because I know one thing. If I was a hater of the passport, let's say I was a dude that just hated on the passport bros. I'm in the States and I'm hating on y'all. You know what I would do? I would get a passport and I would travel to the places that y'all go to. And I would prove that the women in other countries ain't all over y'all like y'all be trying to make it seem like they all over y'all. See, I live here. I travel all around here. I drive around here. I don't just stay in Cali, so don't get that one twisted. One thing I've learned from watching y'all be trying to sell it like women in Colombia be dropping their panties and just throwing it down, legs wide open, and just y'all. But real women, y'all don't even fuck with them. So stop it. Stop going back to the barbershops and lying. Yo, it's off. You lying. You know you lying. Half the photos in your phone are pay for play. You ain't picked up a nan regular chick since you been coming to Colombia for 3 years. And you running your happy back to the barbershops in the States and trying to sell these dudes like, look at what I got. Man, who y'all think y'all talking to? Who do y'all really think y'all talking to? Tom Tucker, that dumb mother? Really? Man, please. That's what a passport is for. Number one, so you can find out the truth for yourself. Number two, like I just mentioned, a passport is like a fire extinguisher. You don't need it every day, and you may not know when you need it. But thank you, Lord, when you do need it, you got it. You don't need a fire extinguisher every day. But I'm telling you, when you need that mother, it's hanging right there to take care of what needs to be taken care of. It's the same thing with the passport. You might not have any stamps on your passport for 7 years. And then all of a sudden, year 7.5 happened and all hell break loose. And the only people that can get out the United States at that time period is people with passports. And you're going to be glad one day that you got a passport sitting in your drawer somewhere that you may not have ever used. But at least you got it. At least you got that mother. I know I'm behind on the comments. I visit a tourist area, but try to get an Airbnb in a local area. Yeah, find out this. That's me. We like to be around local people, just regular everyday people. You see, I'm dipping in Los's conversation, so let me step back. All right. But hey, off the topic, with my fantasy team, I got Patrick Mahomes and I got Josh Jacobs. So I'm looking pretty good tonight because all them scores that they making, that means that Patrick Mahomes is doing his job, and the Raiders need to keep up. So that means that they're going to be using the heck out of Josh Jacobs. Number 3 reason: global online job opportunities, and even offline. I think we as a community, especially the African American community, we have yet to take advantage of the fact that there are some global job positions that are available. White boys, they be on it. They can tell you where this job, they can tell you what job is to working on a farm, to a job that pays you $45 to be a school teacher, to a job that pays you $145 an hour. White boys can tell you where all that at. Some brothers can tell you that. Hey, come on out to Kuwait. They hiring. But some of y'all will sit up there in the United States with that ragged ass $30 an hour, with that ragged ass $25 an hour job, that ragged ass $40 an hour job, and you think you're doing something. When your boy is telling you that all you need is your passport, you can come to Kuwait, get an easy job, or you can come to somewhere in the Middle East, get one of those easy U.S. government contract jobs that's paying $125 an hour, $150 an hour. And what would your cowardly lying ass do? You would sit up there and then complain about your white man boss in the United States. I'm tired of the white man being my boss. No, you ain't. You love the white man being your boss. I say it again. You love the white man being your boss. You love him. Love him, love him, love him. If black people don't love nothing else, they love the white man being their boss. No, we don't. Then do something about it. Get your passport and do something about it. See, dudes like me, you can shut me the hell up. All you got to do is do something about it. Do something with your life that's going to take it to a level to where you can have dudes like me shut the hell up. Be like, hey, man, he doing big things. Let me shut the hell up. He doing big things. But while you sitting up there in the States crying about what the white man doing and you ain't doing nothing, and all you got to do is get a passport and get one of those jobs that's being offered in other countries, or one of those positions that's online, and you ain't got to deal with the white man being your boss no more, I ain't trying to hear. I ain't trying to hear none of that. Now, if you got parental responsibilities, like you take care of mom or dad, or you got parental responsibilities, you take care of your kids, keep doing what you're doing, brother. I got you. Or even start your own business, or start working online while you're in the States. Start doing affiliate marketing. Start creating products. Do anything. One of my favorite quotes that I heard was, how did it go? I want to make sure I said it correctly. Profit will always be better than wages. You will never see somebody outwage somebody that's making a profit. You could be making 100,000, 200,000 in wages. A person with 70,000 in profit will pass you up in 6 months, a year. And they get tax benefits that you don't even get because they're a business. Profits will always outweigh wages. If you don't never remember a damn thing I said tonight, remember that. All y'all that got a good job, I don't give a damn about your good job. I had a good job. That's one area you can't impress me with. The good job. I got degrees, and me too. What's your point? And I learned that quote was correct. See, instead of being egotistical, I'm a black man, you can't tell me nothing. Instead of acting like you can't tell me nothing, I said, let me go back out here one more time and again to find out for myself. Are profits better than wages? Can wages outdo profits? And I found out it can't. No matter how much I was making, how much good money I was making with wages, once I got back again with making profits, I could dictate my own raise in a matter of hours. I ain't got to go to no boss and ask for a damn thing. 30-23 Raiders. Oh, yeah. Also, I got the Raiders kicker. You know why? My Raiders are horrible in the red zone. That's where our kicker always end up like one of the top 5 kickers in the league every year. Why? Because what do we do if we don't punch the ball in? We kick a field goal. That's why it's 23. Did I not predict what the game was going to be? I'll tell you what the game. I'm going to guess what the score is going to be. The score will probably be, depending on how much time is left, I don't know. But the score will probably be 30 or 33 to 26 or 27. Now the Raiders with Davante Adams, we might score and put it in overtime because Kansas City's defense ain't that tight. But I'm telling you, I know the Raiders. That's why. That's as soon as I saw that 14-0, I was like, all right, okay, all right. Only time I see Raiders that I sit back and I can relax when the Raiders 14-0 if it's in 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That's it. And I might question that because I done seen the Raiders lose some games like that. Like last week with Arizona. I mean, not last week, but the week before with Arizona. But I digress. There are a lot of job opportunities out here in the world for you to take advantage of, and business opportunities in the world for you to take advantage. It's amazing how many dudes that are taking a few dollars, coming to countries and saying, hey, I couldn't afford to buy a $300,000 or $200,000 or even $100,000 piece of property in the United States. Ain't nothing wrong with that, brother. But the amazing part, those same brothers are coming to Cartagena and buying $35,000 condos, 2-bedroom, 2 bathrooms, and turning them into Airbnbs. He like, I can't scoop up 100,000. My credit shot. I can't scoop up 100,000 like that. But I can scoop together 30. I can scoop together 30. And they taking that 30, 35, and they coming right to Bali. They're going straight to Thailand. And buying them a piece of something that they couldn't even afford in their own country. Low sickles, I got one. You see what I'm saying? That's what a passport will do for you. Those opportunities that you just can't take advantage of in the States because inflation or the housing market and all that dances that you got to go through in the United States. Is the rental property going up? The taxation is changing now. Dudes are realizing, like, listen, let me get my passport. Let me take my little measly 35, 40,000, take my little happy to Colombia, take my butt to Ecuador, go on down to Costa Rica. I know it's a little bit more expensive, but I'm going to go to Costa Rica. Let me shoot on over to Thailand. Let me go ahead and shoot on over to Portugal, give myself a little piece of something, and turn it into an Airbnb. Or have a piece of property that when I'm ready to retire, I got a piece of property in Barranquilla or Cartagena. When I'm done with the military, I got a piece of property in Cartagena. When I'm done with the living in the States and I retire and my son and daughter have gone through college, now I can move to Medellin because I own that piece of property for the last 8 years. But some of y'all don't think like that. You don't think like that. Your passport is not just for fun and frolicking. That's one thing to do with your passport. Cool. But your passport is for business. This is about business. This is about business, baby. Either you're going to be something with this life or you ain't going to be nothing with this life. What you going to be just like the other 72% of the United States for real? For real, for real. Let's be real. 72% of United States citizens still live in the same neighborhood or city or the outskirts of the city in which their mama gave birth to them. Wherever you was born, 72% of y'all in this chat still live or got property in your same neighborhood that your mama raised your little nappy head at. When you go grow the fuck up, really? And I mean that in all sincerity. When we all as black people gonna stop crying like little bitches and do something with this? Your passport is your opportunity to say, I ain't got to worry about what the white man got to say about this. Because the white man ain't in some of the parts of Africa where property is dirt cheap and they're building it brand new on the beach. What you gonna say about that? Ain't no white man around. There are parts of Africa right now, you could buy a piece of property for $30, $35, and then you think that house was $500,000 on the beach. When you gonna grow up and stop using that same white man, this white man, that excuse? They trying to hold us back. Well, they got us programmed because of this. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit no more. Not now, not now. See, when we was broke, we could cry like that. But some of y'all got $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 in your bank account. Some of you brothers are making 80, 90, 100,000 a year. Excuse me. So all that crying you doing about the white man, anybody trying to hear that? The politicians, get your passport. I ain't cried about a politician in 5 years. Not once. Nah, I ain't cried about none of them. And I got a political channel. Love Crossing Borders. I mean, Mostly Money. Y'all already know. Mostly Money channel is all politics. And you don't hear me crying on there. Never. Not a one. Never. I don't cry in the comments because I ain't got no politicians to cry about. Not one. And it all stemmed not because I was the man or because I'm somebody special. No, that's BS. Because I used my passport. I wasn't gonna cry about the white man no more. Fuck that. I'm a grown man. Like I said, I'll be 55 in 3 days. You think I'm gonna sit around crying like I'm 25 years old? The white man, the white man, the white man. What you gonna do about it? The only people that I'm on your team, if you try to do something with your life and the white man personally tried to hold you back with laws and policies, which they try to do, I'm on your team. I got the picket sign in one hand and the bullhorn in the other hand. And we shall overcome. I'm on your team. But if you one of them brothers and sisters that ain't never tried to do nothing with your life, but bitch, man, you gone somewhere. Not at this stage of life. I want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that. If that's all you doing is crying about the white man, and you in your if you crying about the white man and you in your 50s, and you ain't never done nothing for real with your life, you ain't never tried to buy a piece of property, you ain't never tried to clean up your credit, you ain't never tried to have a real relationship with no damn body, not even your own kids. If you ain't never tried to do nothing in your life, you ain't joined the military, you ain't joined the Boy Scouts, nothing. You ain't done with your life. And you got the audacity to cry about what happened to Trayvon Martin and all the other brothers and sisters. What are you crying for? You ain't done. Get your passport. Grow up. You can do business with your passport. That's number 3. We said number 1 was you can stop believing lies. You can go out there and find out for yourself. Number 2, use your passport like a fire extinguisher. You might not use it every day, but thank God you got it when you need it. Number 3, passport is about business. Grow the fuck up. It's about business. There's a business side to your passport. Let me hit the brother with the super chat in the building. Smokehouse. Oh, see, you got me. He said SAR Concoral. Let me say pronounce that. Necesitas today. Well, not, I can't pronounce that. Today, and noticed a guy displaying himself in his Volkswagen pickup truck. Displaying himself. It was La Florida Barrio in Cali. Over here? This down the street. Curious about self-defense laws. Hope the judge will excuse him. Anyway, keep up the good work. Okay, you said you saw somebody down the street. Oh, okay. Oh, you saw it on the news. Oh, the news station. Okay, cool. You said you saw it on the news. You know why it was on the news here in Cali? Because it's so rare for stupidity like that to happen. it'll make it to the news. Yeah, it'll make it to the news. Stupidity down here, it'll make it to the news. Or I did not know how fast social media is. I did not know how fast. So thanks, Joe. Social media is. If something happened on one side of Cali, it's in Andrea's phone before she even. I mean, they take pictures and videos of everything in this city. Ain't nothing hidden. So a lot of times, if it make it to the news, it got spread on social media so much to where the news said we got to talk about it. The social media down here is fast, man. If it just rains on the other side of the city, there's at least 15, 20 videos showing you what's the good areas to go to, what's the bad areas. Make sure you take care of this, make sure you take care of that, blah, 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 blah. It said exactly, the neighborhoods were glad because they didn't want to be robbed. Yeah. This is a nice area. LaFleur area is really nice. We was out there 2 nights ago having a late night dinner. We went out with some friends that came to town, and shout out to my man, No Excuse TV. Him and his beautiful wife came to town, and he and I and Andre and a few other brothers, we went and hung out at the Club Living. And then after that, we went out and got something to eat. And we were in the Florida area where we went out and got something to eat. Told you. I already told you. This if they get the field goal, it's going to go into OT. I already called the game. Man, I know my Raiders like the back of my hand. The only way it won't go into OT is if the field goal is missed by Carlson, which is rare. Carlson's one of the best kickers. It's on YouTube if you want to check it out. Okay, cool. I'll check it out after this live stream. Thanks, brother. I won't forget that either. Okay, the next reason. We already talked about that. Oh, yeah. Another benefit of having your passport, when you go into other countries, there are three things that you definitely want to take advantage of. Opening up a bank account in that other country, so you can have a bank account in more than one country. That's the business side of having a passport. Yes, you can open up a bank account with your passport. Smoke said it's a guy in a gray. So when I look for the video, okay, it's a guy in a gray Volkswagen pickup. Dude went Dirty Harry on that motherfucker. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. Them dudes, them young thugs in La Florida area. Now, La Florida is like right between Zone 5 and Zone 6. But them young dudes own businesses over there and they work over there. They don't play. Them young dudes, and I'm talking about not dudes that's just like young thugs. No, I'm talking about the employees that just so happen to be young thugs. They like, man, you ain't about to mess up. Come over here acting a fool. Finally got me a good job. You about to tear it up. So it may be like 15, 20 of them young dudes, but they all work at the different restaurants. Man, please do not take them kids lightly. Them dudes bout it for real. I done seen them kids go at it, man. For real on some dudes. So yeah, when you say go Dirty Harry, yeah, them dudes right in that area do not play because they're like, listen, they already live on the other side in zone, 2, 3, where it's not nice. So they happen to have a job over here where it is nice. And they don't need nobody coming over here messing up the businesses. They finally got good jobs. So they're like, man, we about to have these dudes acting. So it's kind of funny. They may be the dude that wait the table, but these young dudes are kind of like security for the little neighborhood too. They be walking around like, hey man, listen, don't ride. They'll look at every bike they ride by like, hey, who's that? Who's that riding by? Who's that? Oh, okay. All right. Let's make sure. All right. Yeah, them kids straight serious, man. I kid you not. And I ain't mad at them. I'm not mad at them. Okay. It says, if women are not going to be all over me in foreign countries, then what's the point of traveling? You're absolutely correct, brother. And I suggest men like you keep your happy ass in the United States. You are absolutely correct. Because if the only point of you traveling is for some pussy, You do not. And I repeat, I don't want to bump into you. I don't want to run into you. I don't want to be next to you. I don't want to be friends with you. I don't want to date with you. There's a place for you known as Sosua for dudes like you to travel your happy asses on to. If you actually believed in your soul of souls that the only reason for a black man in 2022 to travel is for a piece of pussy, then you just, you know what? Travel, bro. But don't bump it to me. Act like you ain't never seen me. Pretend I ain't there. Pretend, you know what? I'm telling, and dudes like me gonna treat you like that. Dudes that know me and dudes that's watching this podcast and they see your little face and everything, you just let them know how ignorant you are. That was a foolish statement. I hope that was a joke. I will laugh and giggle with you more than anybody else. And I'm not here to embarrass you, brother, but I mean this in all sincerity. There is no way in hell you're supposed to ever lower yourself as a black man to assume that the major reason that you need to travel is for some women. I'll tell you why. I'm going to break it down for you, bro. You ready? There are so many gorgeous women in the world. Let's say an apple orchard. I invited you to an apple orchard. And it's nothing but apples. Just nothing but apples anywhere, everywhere. Do you think that would be easy for me and you to just say, hey, grandma, could you make us an apple pie? Do you think it would be easy for grandma to make an apple pie if you and I are in the middle of an apple orchard? That's how it is when you are traveling with a passport. The last thing on your mind should be women because there's so many, you ain't got to think about it. Guys in the comment section that travel, put a 1 in the comment section if you got to think about women when you traveling. It's so freaking many gorgeous women in Brazil. You ain't got to think about it. You ain't even got to double check it. You ain't got to look around the corner for it. You ain't got to go for the best clubs to get beauty. Dude, you can go to a library. It's gorgeous women. You could go to a laundromat in Brazil. It's gorgeous women. In Thailand, you could go to the McDonald's. You could go to a back alley. You could go to anywhere. There are so many gorgeous women outside the United States that to even think about it, to put it in your brain, you've been following the wrong dudes, dude. And you know what? That's why y'all gonna miss Tailor-Made Dreams. Because Tailor-Made was the only brother that was left to keep everybody balanced come to Sosua. And brothers like this gonna be bringing their happy ass down with no advisor, with nobody giving them videos to let them know what steps they need to take. And they're gonna be coming down here for females. I just gave 4 major reasons why you should have your passport. Ain't none of them have to do with one. I didn't name woman one time. Why? It's a given. Women in other countries are a given. There are so many single, gorgeous, professional, good, wholesome, spiritual, focused, fun, fit, so cooperative women in all these other countries. You ain't even got to talk about it and get them. Me and my boy, I was sitting up there. We were having brunch yesterday. Me and Robert, No Excuse TV. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. My wife gorgeous, his wife gorgeous. We're doing a live stream. Me and Robert just got a telephone and we having brunch. It was no, wow, his wife looks better than my wife and my wife is smarter than his. It was a given. It's a given that you're gonna have a gorgeous woman. It's a given that you're gonna have a smart woman. It's a given. You don't have to talk about it. But if you come running down here chasing after females, you're gonna fuck around and you're gonna run up on the wrong thing. And you know who I'm gonna see you on? It won't be on. It won't be. See this dude right here. This the dude that y'all gonna see on DC Rob videos. DC Rob gonna be interviewing that brother. Believe that. You keep on thinking like that, and brothers in this comments. Oh, don't get it twisted. He ain't the only brother in this comments that thinks like this. Don't get it twisted. There's a bunch of brothers in this chat line that's thinking like that right now. Y'all travel for the women with your dumb asses, knowing the women are a given. You're traveling to an apple orchard looking for apples. It's a damn apple orchard. What are you talking about with the apples? If you going on a vacation to an apple orchard and you got the audacity to talk about some apples, man, he ain't the only brother that's thinking like that. And he learned it from some of you dudes that's in this comment section right now. Because ain't nobody gonna tell that brother the truth, brother. It's so many gorgeous, good women looking for you that you ain't got to look for them. I'm gonna say this again. There are so many women looking for a good brother like you. And I'm talking to the brother that just left a comment. You ain't got to look for them. That's the secret. I ain't have to look for my wife. Shh, what the fuck I would. Los ain't had to look for his woman. There's so many gorgeous women. Me and Los could just step out a door. Half the women, 70% of the women that you're gonna run into, just bump into, asking for advice. How do you get this? So she gonna be fine. The chick the barmaid that's at the club, she gonna be fine. The chick that wanna dance with you on the salsa floor, she gonna be fine. Victory can tell you, the chick that works security at the hotel, she gonna be fine. What more do you need? If you're surrounded by fine women, what's the last thing that need to be on your damn mind? Apples. In other words, women. You ain't got to think about that shit, dude. I promise you, I'm giving you the hookup. I know I'm sounding straightforward and I sound like, man, he just snapping, man, fuck Dre. I got you, dude. If it were me, I would say fuck Dre too. But I'm telling you, bro, I'm giving you the real game. I'm not giving you that BS that your partners give you in the barbershop. I'm not giving you that BS that you probably tell yourself because you done traveled so many places for 4 or 5 years. I'm telling you the true game, bro. You don't have to think about the women because the women thinking about you. I'm going to say that slower. You do not have to think about women in most of these countries because they are thinking about your handsome, black, beautiful, wonderful, African-American, kingly ass. I would be lying to y'all if I sat back and I told y'all I came to Colombia for the women. Get the fuck out of here. I came to Colombia because I saw Jabrell's Passport Heavy video and he was like, wait a minute now. You can the prices that I pay in New York compared to the prices, shout out to Victory, compared to the prices that I pay in Medellin, Colombia. And I saw that video. I was like, because all my friends in the States was already Colombian. Because I'm in Florida. So they got in Tampa, they got a huge Colombian population. But I never really took their country serious. I just took their music and their culture and my friends serious. And they kept telling me, Dre, you need to go visit my country. You need to go visit our country. Oh, no, I'll go. And I'm going everywhere else. No, you need to go. And then I saw a Passport Heavy video. And I was like, you could get what for what? You could travel to Colombia and for how much? And you can party as much as I'm spending in Florida. That's what got me. It wasn't nobody putting out Sisua videos and come to Cartagena because the women look. Wasn't nobody doing them videos back then. And if there was, I wasn't on that. Absolutely correct. West Tampa, absolutely correct. All Colombians. And if you go to the Armenia, all up and down Armenia Road, all the way from Hillsboro, all that area, Colombia restaurants and bars. They got the Colombian flags out there and everything. First time I saw Carol G, she was just really starting out. She's probably like 19, 20 years old. Saw her in Tampa. Now she the new J-Lo, making that J-Lo money. So yeah, man, I'm telling you, bro, you ain't got to do that, brother. I promise you, I promise you. Them women looking for you. Do not get y'all asses on no plane worrying about no women. Do not get on a. You know what? I'm telling y'all, man. Y'all doing it bass backwards. Y'all doing it bass backwards, man. Hey, guys, when you get a chance, could y'all let me know the score of the game? Good looking out. Thank you very much. That's how it was with me in Brazil. Charles in the building. Shout out to Charles. When my Brazilian friends learned that I had gone to Argentina, I was practically ordered to go to Brazil. Yeah. All my this is the funny part. My Colombian female friends were like, because I used to hang out with Colombians, Venezuelans, and Colombians and Venezuelans in Tampa. You see, I'm one of them brothers that I go through phases. I go through cultural phases. I go through a phase when I'm with my brothers. Then I go through a phase. I go through my white boy phase because white boys know how to party. And so I go through my white boy phase. And then this time I was going through my Kansas City. See, they missed the extra point. The Raiders going to lose because of the extra point. Good looking out, Los. Thanks. And so then for like 4 or 5 years in Tampa, I started going through my Latin phase. So I'm smashing all the Latin women I can find. And then all of a sudden I meet good friends. 51 seconds remaining. Who got the ball, Los? Let me know who got the ball. Raiders got the ball. Okay, let me know what the yard line is. Are they in Kansas City yard line, or they got a good chance? Anytime you got Devontae Adams and you got Hunter Renfrow back at 51 seconds is a long time in NFL. So Kansas City got 39. How did Kansas City get 39? Interception, ran it back. Just like 2 weeks ago. Derek. Oh, they can't get 39 like that. Wait a minute. Kansas City got 30. You said Kansas City got 30. Oh, they're in the Kansas City 39. Okay, cool. Okay, they're in the Kansas City 39. Okay. They're almost at field goal range. Getting close, baby. They're getting close to field goal range. They might pull this one off, baby. I would love to see if they do it, though. Come on, Derek. You can do this, baby. 3-1. Come on. We got Josh Jacobs in the building. Josh, go ahead, bowl them boys over, man. Bowl them boys over. So, I almost forgot my story. But my point is that, guys, don't make that mistake. No, I'm talking about my friends in Tampa. So, they actually told me, one of my female friends, she said, you're going to go to Colombia. You're going to meet all those women. She said, because there's so many educated women in Colombia. She said, I know how you like women that have goals and dreams, blah, blah, blah. And she said, play under review. Oh, here we go. Here we go. And so, and she said, you're going to find your Colombian wife. And I'm like, man, I'm good. I've been traveling. I've been wilding. I've been doing my thing. Now look at me. Married 3 years. She was right. What was my point? My point was not one part of that story was I going to Colombia for women. Not one. And I was surrounded by gorgeous Colombian women. It would have been easy for me to sit back and say, well, if they got these fine ones in Tampa with me, could you imagine the fine ones in Colombia? I could have easily did that shit, but I didn't. There's more to, but y'all gonna grow up and realize there's more to life than pussy. That's for real. Y'all need to stop that, man. For real. The more y'all gonna realize life is not centered around only smashing. Smashing is good. Smashing is real good. But that ain't life. That is not all of life. Man, y'all gonna grow up one day, boy. But I will. Call Patrick Mahomes needs 13 seconds. Play under review. I really started hating American culture. Or maybe I'm realizing that I like culture that the U.S. is supposed to represent. That's a good one, Charles. Do I not like the U.S. culture, or do I like better the cultures that the U.S. is supposed to represent? Diversity and multicultural country. KC wins. I figured that. Once they didn't get the field goal, I knew it was done. Hopefully I win. So at least hopefully I win some of my fantasy football games today. That makes the Raiders 1-4. We're one of the best teams in the league. They can score on anybody, but the defense sucks. We've been like that for the last 20 years, please. We've been scoring. Raiders will score on everybody, but then let everybody score on them. So it is what it is. So call got reversed. It is. It is what it is. So, but my point is that at the end of the day, guys, make sure you take advantage of your passports. And remember what I said, you can use your passport to open up bank accounts. A lot of people have done that. Actually, that's what I did. I used my passport before I even had my cellular. I used my passport to open up my bank account. My boy Jason, he did that. My boy Ace Live, he did that with his passport. You can do that in other countries. If you want to you say what area in Tampa are they in? Like we were just saying, West Tampa, as well as all you got to do is look for Armenia. The Armenian Street is all up and down, nothing but Colombian clubs, all up and down Tampa. And you'll see on Armenia, nothing but clubs, restaurants, and stores right on Armenia, right, especially right off the Hillsborough area, all of that area. All of that area. They even have, Tampa has such a huge Colombian presence. Every summer, they have the Colombian Festival. Am I lying, Los? Every summer, they have the George Lopez Park. Yep, Bush area too. George Lopez Park. They have the Colombian Festival. You got thousands of Colombians come down there. If you want to enjoy Colombia, that's when I really got turned on to Colombians too. Yep, every summer, right in George Lopez Park. That's how big the Colombian presence in Tampa is. Do not get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. The first time I didn't realize how beautiful Colombian women were. This is the irony of it. I mean, I knew, but I didn't realize it until I went to the Karol G concert. And I got, my friends, you got beautiful friends, but they're your friends. Them your people. Them your hookup girls. They hook you up with other women. But then when I walked into this concert and I saw Colombian women I had never seen Colombian women in droves, right? Just like 1 or 2 or 3 that I knew. Or maybe I saw them in the club or something, or in the restaurant. But to see like 200, 300, 400 Colombian chicks, my mouth was like, first thing came to my mind was, where have all these women been in Tampa? Where did they come from? But at the end of the day, he said, Andre, you have been in Spain yet? No, we're actually going there next summer. We will be there next summer. We're going to be in Europe for 4 months. So we're excited. Starting in Portugal, moving to Spain, Italy, and then we're going to take some train rides all over Europe. So we're excited. I plan on going there next. I'm not mad at you, brother. I am not mad at you. All right, we're about to wrap this one up, guys. And I hope that information in regards to, what would you do, if they did pass the laws or the policies regarding Colombians being able to come to the United States without visas? Would that be a good thing? Number 2, we talked about passports, and the value of having your passport. And number 3, we talked about is basically don't travel for the ladies. They're already there. That's like saying you're traveling to a certain, like I said, it's like you're traveling to a certain state because you're like, man, I want to make an apple pie, and that state has all apples. It's like you don't have to think about it. You don't have to think about it. All right, Chapel Pie should either be back next week or should have somebody else doing the live stream for you guys. And once again, if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to Love Crossing Borders. I know some of y'all like, man, I'm unsubscribing. Andre crazy. I bet you he wouldn't say that to my face. You don't know me. You don't know me. I'm the same way in public, dude. Dudes that know me already know I'm the exact same. See, why this dude want to show up in the last minute, man? He already got our boy Russ over there with him, flying in, zooming to Thailand. This dude has already convinced Russ to zoom to Thailand. Now it's going to be a duet. Now it's going to be Thailand dreams. Dream to Thailand. See what I'm saying? TaylorMade Thailand. That's what's gonna be. Now my uncle want to show up. Why all y'all want to show up after the football game? We didn't already watch the game, so. Oh, you just woke up? Just woke up to hear my Raiders have lost. Yeah, I was just about to shut it down on y'all brothers, man. I was just about to shut it down. I could pull one more reason. We already talked about, okay, we talked about several reasons of why you should get your passport. First reason is so you don't have to believe lies. You can go find out for yourself. Second reason of getting your passport is this, that a passport is like a fire extinguisher. You don't always need a fire extinguisher, but you damn sure glad that you got it when you need it. That's the second reason for having a passport. Third reason for having a passport, it's about business. You can do so many things as far as online job opportunities or job opportunities in other countries that you can take advantage of when you have your passport, or building businesses, whatever it may be. There is a business side. People that can't afford property in certain countries in their own home country can afford properties in other countries because they have their passports to go purchase those properties and turn them into Airbnbs. That is the next thing that we said. The last thing that we said that has to do with your passport is, or the next thing is, you can open up bank accounts. You can open up bank accounts in foreign countries. I know you guys want to sit back and say, hey, I got my bank account in my home country. I would like to have another one in another country. Your passport opens up doors for you to be able to do that. Whether you want to open one up in Panama, or if you want to open one up in Thailand, or if you want to come to Colombia, or wherever you want to go. If you want to go to a tax haven, doesn't matter. Well, you got a tax-free country, doesn't matter. You can open up a bank account there with your passport. You can do that. We're going to talk about one more situation with the passport. The other reason why you want to take advantage of your passport, because the U.S. passport gives you access to 172 countries. Shout out to Chapel Pie for the Chapel Pie hat. Your passport gives you access to 172 opportunities known as countries. You don't like what's going on in your country? Don't trip. Get a passport and you got 172 more opportunities to build yourself a better life. Some of you, can I just tell you? I can tell you, your brother Dre gonna tell you, your life fucked up. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. It is. Your life is fucked up. You robbing Peter to pay Paul. You can't win for losing. You take one step forward, you take 2 steps back. Why are you still in the United States? Can you answer that for me? If your life is messed up in the States, and we're telling you that if you get a passport, life might mean to grant you a brand new opportunity in another country, why are you keeping your little happy in the United States? Could you figure that one out for me? I want to hear how it makes sense to stay in a country that you know once this live stream shuts off, you going back to a fucked up life. You have 172 more countries, and you got your health, and you got your senses, and you got an opportunity to build a new life in another country, and you keep seeing your happy ass in the United States trying to make it work. You the same dude that won't let a woman put her hands on you, but you a damn sure let a country put his hands on your life, because the United States been whooping your ass since day one. I wish somebody would put their hands on me. I smash them. Yeah, you talk all that. I understand. But since you've been walking this planet, United States been putting its foot in your day in, day out. You so tired of what you dealing with the United States. And this the part. You don't owe back taxes. You up on your taxes. You don't owe child support. You've been a faithful citizen with voting. You ain't got no criminal record. You don't even smoke weed. But your life is still fucked up in the States. How much more? Let me ask you this. How many more years of fucked up do you need to realize until you get a passport and get out the United States? Do you need like 3 more years of fuckery in your life in the United States to realize maybe I should take advantage of one of those 172 other countries? Let's be real. How many more years of fuckery do your life need to put you through to realize it ain't working in the United States? Some of y'all 43. Your life ain't working in the United States, is it? You can't find love. No, you can't find no love crossing borders of any state, can you? Mm-mm. You done moved to Chicago, Atlanta. You been all up in DC. You all in Pittsburgh, and you all in Boston. You done climbed your butt all the way looking for love, crossing borders all the way, and you live one day for 3 years in Seattle, San Francisco, San Diego. You just can't find the right woman. How many more years of your ass being kicked by the United States do you need? And I'm not talking about race, police brutality. Oh, I ain't talking about none of that. I'm just talking about everyday, regular, get up in the morning. When you wake up, it's just something about your life. Something ain't 100% right when you wake up in the morning. You waking up on the bad side of the bed, on the cold side of the pillow. How much longer are you going to spend fucking around the United States trying to make it work when it ain't working at it ain't if it ain't worked in 43 years, what makes you think that the United States going to work for you for the next 43 years? I mean, think about it. The worst that you can do is get a passport, go to another country, try another country, and then you say, you know what? Let me go on back to the States. At least you might find out that life in the States might not have been as bad as you thought it was, huh? At least with a passport, you go to a couple other countries and you get a chance to find out, well, let me go on home. Because back home might not been as bad as I thought it was. At least you get a chance to find that out with a passport. But you'd rather sit your ass in the darkness of your living room, my bad, in the darkness of your damp basement. Shout out to those in Detroit with the basements. For the next 43, 44 years. And complain about the politics, complain about the white man, complain about modern women, complain you ain't got enough money, complain about taxes. You complain about everything, but you ain't doing nothing about it. And we giving you an answer, easy peasy answer. Step 1, get a passport. Step 2, use your passport. Step 3, reuse your passport. Step 4, repeat. That's all you got to do. Y'all always talking about God is the God of the earth, of the heaven. I praise the Lord. God is the Lord, God of the earth and all the lands. All you care about is the United States and your neighborhood. That's all you care about. Because that's all you know. And some of y'all, that's how y'all gonna die. You gonna die in the United States with a half-ass life. I'm gonna come back to you in a second, Richie. That's why we talk about passports so much in all sincerity. We do not want you to any longer experience that half-ass life that you having. And I ain't talking about broke dudes. Like I said, I wasn't sitting around broke. A lot of dudes I know wasn't sitting around broke. It was like something ain't right. Something ain't right in my life. I got to get the hell up out this United States because something ain't right in my life. It wasn't about the states. It was about the, You know how sometimes you just outgrow a relationship? You know how I always call the United States. United States is the girl that I took to the prom, but she don't look like that no more. Sometimes you just outgrow. We've outgrown each other. I love United States. You my boo. You and I will never part. All that, the color purple, all that's cool. But maybe you've outgrown the United States and you're trying to keep something going that ain't there. You ever had you ever see them dudes that don't break up with their girlfriend because they don't want the next man to get that pussy? Oh, did I say something wrong? Is this Michael? Am I talking to real men or do I need to start lying? Don't be acting like some of y'all out there didn't stay. The relationship was over year 3. You kept your happy in the relationship to year 5, not because you still loved her, not because you want to have sex with her. Actually, you probably had a side chick. You stayed with her because you didn't want nobody else to get that. You wish she would suck it like she was doing that night, like she do you. You wish another man would make her scream like that. You wish another man would do the freaky like you do it with her. So you stayed in a relationship with somebody you don't even like for 2 more years, 3 more years. Y'all couldn't stand each other, but you wish you would let her. I was her first, and I wish another man would touch her. Don't be acting brand new, because I got partners that was just like that. You knew the relationship was over year 3, year 4, year 5, and you stayed in till year 9. And the only reason you stayed in, because you knew you didn't want Keith down the street to come and be beating up your baby mama the way that he be beating up baby mamas like he Future. You didn't want Future to hit it. So you sat back and you was hanging around for the longest. All right, let's hit this. Let's hit this one. That's how some guys are when it comes to United States. You hanging around too long, dude. That's why your life is not straightening up. God, okay, we're gonna come back to that. You think I'm playing? Shout out to Chapel Power, Andre Los Gale, the Southern Belle. Mac tapping. He said, just woke up at the end of the football game. My Raiders lost. Yes. At least I showed up, Dre. I ain't see you in Zoom in a month. Man, every time I get ready to come on Zoom, man, first of all, I've been out of the country. As soon as I get back, I've only been back like a week plus. Every time like this Saturday, I was determined. I said, I would sit on down, enjoy some Zoom to Thailand. I get like 4 or 5 phone calls. Hey, Dre, I want to interview for our channel. Because people were coming to town. Like everybody knew we were back, so everybody started flying in. And then my boy and his wife flew in. So I was like, I can't, that's my dude. And so I didn't get a chance to do a live stream, man. I'm like, man, I didn't get a chance to even look at it. Usually I get a chance to at least watch the live stream going on. Yeah, even in Chi-Town, even dudes looking for Chi-Town, going to Chi-Town looking for love. I'm going to say this. I ain't forgot about my thought when I sit back and I say that sometimes your relationship with the United States is over and you just don't know how to let it go. How many times in the Bible God told somebody, get your happy ass up and go over there? Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Jesus, prophets. King David was born over here, but he ended up being king over there. How many times in the Bible God told somebody, this your homeland? Got it. Even Abraham's dad, before Abraham, Genesis chapter 11, last 5 verses, God comes to Abraham's dad, say, hey, Abraham, dad, I need you to take Abraham. I know your other son died, but I need to take your nephew Lot, your wife, your kids. I'm going to send y'all to the promised land. Dad went halfway where he was supposed to go to. He settled in that area. Genesis chapter 11 ends. But God sent him away from home. Genesis chapter 12, first 5 verses. God wakes up Abraham one night. Hey, Abraham, What, Lord? What do you need from me? He said, I told your daddy to go to the promised land in chapter 11. He settled. What? He settled. Y'all wasn't supposed to be here. What? Nope. I need you to take your nephew Lot, your wife, your kids, your cattle, get away from your settling ass daddy, who I told to get away from that settling ass family in your home country and go to the promised land. What did Abraham do? Act as if he got his passport. Got up next morning, told his wife, his kids, his nephew Lot, which was his dead brother's son. Yeah, the same Lot was Sodom and Gomorrah Lot, with his wife turns to salt. That Lot, when he was a youngin, he was with Abraham. Yeah, I used the youngin. And he left and went to where God told his dad originally to go to in chapter 11 of Genesis. God been telling men to get off your ass and go to another place for thousands of years throughout the Bible. Thousands of years, trying to introduce you to different people, different cultures, different food, different music, different opportunities. You can't name nowhere in the Bible where God was telling somebody, sit your ass right here, don't you go nowhere. Find the verse. Find the verse where God told somebody, you just sit there and don't do nothing with your life. You just wallow in your problems and don't do nothing better. 12 disciples got up, left. And you would rather sit and wallow your ass in the United States. And shout out to the States. I love the States. But if your life is fucked up in the United States, how many more years of fucked up do you need to give yourself a chance at another country? I mean that. I'm all sincerity. I'm not coming at you. I'm asking you, how many more years of fucked up do you need to where you say, well, at least let me, before I leave this planet, let me get a passport and give myself at least one chance to do something other than this shit that's got me fucked up. Instead of just watching Taylor Made Dreams, watching Chopper Pie, watching Zoom to Thailand, watching Love Crossing Borders, watching Ace Live, watching everybody else doing what they're doing. But you've yet to do something, but yet you know in the crevice of who you are, of your being, if you stay in the United States another year, it's going to be 2023, going to be just as fucked up as 2022. And you got money. You see how I did that? I didn't say you was broke, you was struggling, times all tight, you can't put two pennies together. Nah. Some of y'all got a nice little pension, like a nice little bit of money. Like some of y'all got a few businesses going on. Some of y'all got nice little pieces of property out there. Pieces of property. And your life is fucked up. And you can't put a finger on it. And as long as you just scampering your little happy ass around the United States, you'll be just like Abraham's dad, chapter 11 of Genesis, a settler. You settled. Well, you know you should have been had your passport. I know little kids got their passports before you did. I know my kids gonna have a passport before you. Do not let us have a kid and the kid have passports before you have passports. But that's the end of my sharing the reasons. I don't think I made it to all 7, but that was enough. The reasons for getting a passport. Like I said, Chapel Pie should be back next week. And we will be doing our live stream on Love Crossing Borders this Wednesday. And I'm telling you, we got a good topic this week. We got a real good topic. So I'm up out of here. Oh man, I didn't get to wait a minute. I didn't get the chance to get to the comments. My bad. My bad. I've traveled all 48 states, and I want more. I want more. He said, no, bro, I have remote skills, and a lot of brothers don't. Yeah, that's true. That's true, brother. A lot of brothers are still blue collar as we speak. Yeah. You know what? I feel you, JM, but there's still a time period in life where you like, okay, let me start stacking or putting some to the side. I don't have nothing against my blue collar brothers. I worked my way up from just being a blue collar to becoming a white collar brother. But I know what it's like to work in them hot factories, them foundries with them hot parts, GM Chrysler Ford parts. I know what it's like to work in a factory or warehouse. I know what it's like when the weather is it may be 9 degrees outside, but it's 102 on the inside. I know. Take it from me. I got enough burn marks and scuff marks on my hands and feet and ankles and all that stuff from hot parts splattering. I know how all that works. But you got to slowly but surely work your way out of that. Even if you tell yourself, you know what, I've been working at this factory for 5 years. I'm gonna start stacking a little bit of that money. In the next 5 years, I'm out this mother. Yeah, you gotta tell yourself, man. You just can't. Yeah, but it takes years to be able to transition to white collar, and it's not overnight. Absolutely correct. It takes years. It took me years. I agree with you. It took me years. But still, at the end of the day, you don't have to become white collar to become a brother with a blue passport. That don't passports are not just made for white collar. Like they're saying, like, okay, you can't get a passport unless you're a white collar. It doesn't work like that. I know some blue collar brothers that be down here all the time, coming straight from the oil rigs in Texas, Arizona, New Mexico. I'm telling y'all, man. Ex-military brothers didn't wait till they got white collar and then all of a sudden say, "Hey, guess I'll get use my passport again." JM only took me 18 months to start and finish. If I can, anyone can. And Los is just like me, just a regular dude, just a regular round the way brothers. That's all we are. At the end of the day, most of the guys that I meet are just regular around. Every once in a while, I meet a guy that's like a multi-millionaire. I met a brother that I did a consultation with who was he was like half a bill. Actually, two brothers. But for the most part, most of us is just regular, everyday, hardworking dudes. White collar, blue collar, military brothers with the green collar, police officers that are blue collar. It's just if you want to take advantage of it, put a timer on it. I did. I put a 3-year timer on it. TaylorMade Dreams put a 5-year timer on it. Ace Live put a 2-year timer on it. Nobody's saying tomorrow morning, go out, get your passport, just leave the United States. No, put a timer on it. A time in which you're going to start stacking money. A time in which you're going to start learning about what country you're going to visit. A time in which you're going to get, but first thing, get your passport. I kid you not. I don't know about you guys, but once I got that passport, it made everything. It wasn't like a tick, 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 tick. It was like gong, gong. As soon as I got that passport, it was telling me, you only got so much time in this country, boy. You better get together. As soon as I got mine was telling me we getting up out this month. We ain't staying. And even if it was in those 3 years, went by fast than a mother. Fast. That was the first tip that I told my uncle. Listen, stretch it out, because those, as far as getting your plan together, because I'm telling you, that time of when you get ready to leave is going to come like that. And my uncle Jeffrey Ghostface, he could tell you, he was right there. JM, we know that it's not going to happen overnight. This is true. But you have to start now. 100% true. It took them years to immigrate out of the United States. Yes, it did. Even when I was dating Andrea, I was in the middle of those 3 years. Jeffrey can tell you, I'm flying back and forth to Colombia. I'm flying back and forth to other countries. It wasn't no just, oh, man, mine started in 2016. Really 2015. Like about 2015. So just imagine me telling myself in 2015, I'm out. And it took me 3 years from that time period to get to that journey. Y'all got too many excuses for me, man. Y'all got too many excuses. But let somebody tell you, hey, the new Jordans coming out. I bet you a stack some money for them. If you got a Jordan collection, I bet you y'all been stacking money. There's so many of y'all got Jordan shoe collections. Y'all got your little jewelry collection. Whatever it is y'all like to collect, yes, somehow, some way you gonna pull up some money on that. But let somebody tell y'all got a get a passport. Y'all got every excuse in the world. First step, get your passport. You ain't got no goals. You don't know where you want to go to. You ain't got no plans. Don't matter. That doesn't matter. Step 1. Take your ass to CVS or Walgreens for $12 and get your passport photo. Step 1. Step 2, take your happy ass to a post office tomorrow or the day after. You go get your passport photo during your lunch break. I did. Literally, during my lunch break. Took my ass to CVS, sat there for $12, and they took my passport photos. Took my happy ass to the post office. Anybody from Tampa, the college campus that I work for just so happened to be 5 minutes from the airport. I took my ass to the post office that was right by the airport the next day during my lunch break. I'd already known that I needed the 2 money orders, the one for 110 for the I think it was for the Fed, and the one for 25 for the state. And you leave them blank, but you just had 2 money orders. One that's 110 and one for $25. That's the $135 for your passport. Took my happy ass over there with no excuse. Didn't know where the hell I was going to visit first. Didn't know if I wasn't even thinking about leaving and living in another country yet. I just knew my happy ass, I deserved to have a passport. Didn't know where I was going to go, but I wanted to have one because I didn't want to be like every other brother that I knew. I wasn't going to die in my own neighborhoods. So you ain't got to have the whole game plan in order. You ain't got to have it all but I just gave you step 1. So if you can't do that, you ain't going nowhere. You're going to be another person just like all these other dudes in all of our chat lines. They be sending super chats and all that. And that's cool. That's cool. But if you ain't eventually taking advantage of the knowledge and the gifts that we giving you, what are you coming on the platforms for? If you ain't gonna at least get a passport. Well, I got one, Dre. Now it's time to implement the plan part B of using it. I don't care if you take your happy ass down to Mexico for the first time, Tijuana. I don't get you. If you can't get over to Canada, if you're up north, shoot your happy ass up to Toronto. If you're down south, take your butt down to Mexico or to Panama. These tickets or driving across, we talk about $150, $200. But if you look at your shoe collection, each one of your shoes worth $300. I ain't trying to hear all that. I ain't trying to hear none of them excuses. None of it. None of it. And you talk about a dude that did 10 years feds. That means that y'all had a 10-year. All you do that's in your 40s, 50s, 60s, you had a 10-year head start on me. If there was a race and they popped the gun and I had to stand there for 10 years, stand there, rain, sleet, snow, stand there, they play out. But everybody got to run the race of life. And I had to stand my happy ass there for 10 years before I could take one step after the gun was shot. And if you let me lap you, that's your fault. If you let a dude that spent 10 years standing in place Can't put my foot over that yellow line. None of that. For 10 years. And you let me lap you toward the finish line of life. That's your fault. That's why I talk the way that I talk. If y'all ever wonder why Andre just straight to the point, don't bullshit what he's got to say, it might sound harsh, but he's telling you the truth because you all had 10 freaking year head start. And if I lapped you in life, what the fuck wrong with you? What happened in those 10 years in your life that you couldn't do something, at least one thing with a decade of your life that I came out and when they finally let me run, I lapped your ass? What are you doing with your life to where you let a dude get out the feds after 10 years and lap you? So that's why I talk the way that I do, because I don't take no excuses. I ain't give myself no excuses, and I damn sure ain't gonna give another grown-ass man excuses, because when I came out, none of us in our 20s no more. See, if I was in our 20s or we were in our 20s, we all got the excuse of just being young. We don't know no better. If we were in our early 30s, we still young. We don't know no better. But we grown-ass men now, so I ain't gonna let you come with no young-ass boy excuses because you a grown-ass man. No excuses, none. Hey, Dre, I have my passport, my game plan on track, stocking on my pay. That's all it takes. Just taking your time. If you guys just take, yeah, but Vancouver is nice. It is nice. Shout out to Vancouver. I ain't gonna lie. That side of Canada is nice too. You know, growing up in Detroit, I was before passport days, and I was young. We could just go over to Canada, any parts of Canada, anytime we wanted to. That time goes quick. Jeffrey knows. Jeffrey time is counting down. That time goes quick when you got a game plan and it's coming in motion. Man, those 2, 3, 5 years. That you think 5 years is slow? Put together a plan and watch how fast those 5 years go by. Those 3 years go by. Those 2 years go by. I'm going to restart my Jordan collection in my Brazil. Right, man. I'm telling you. You can ask Jeffrey. I didn't even have a television. I didn't have to tell. Dude. That last 2, 3 years. The first television that I turned on is the one that's in that living room right there. I wouldn't let nothing distract me, nothing hold me back, man. Nothing. Now, one thing. Step by step and execute a good goal, brother. Each goal. Absolutely correct. Leave the women alone. They gonna come. They gonna come. Man, damn the women, man. They gonna come. That's like breathing. That's like they gonna come. Why? Because you focusing on your goals, and women love dudes with ambition, men that are going after goals. Attract women. We ain't gotta chase no women. Me and Los don't be running around chasing no women. Even when I was single, I wasn't chasing no. Okay. Y'all go ahead and ask, but y'all better ask Jeffrey about me, boy. Y'all sleeping on your boy. Y'all think I just be talking. The only person that really know is Jeffrey, Ghostface. I'm telling you, man. Probably Ace. Ace, when I was single coming down to Columbia, he know. But the rest of y'all, man, listen. And Jeffrey like that too. Jeffrey don't chase no women. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not chase no women. I'll holler at y'all. Talk to you, man. I ain't all that chasing. The rabbit and the tortoise, yeah, I'm telling you. Tell you, that's for real. But yeah, man, don't give yourself no excuses. Man, excuses going to be there. Explanations is one thing. You know, grown men give explanations. Like I would have a project at work, right? When I was at the college, I would have a project at work and something didn't go right. And my boss would like, well, what happened, Andre? And I would give an explanation of what happened. And then how I can fix it. I never give excuses. Grown men don't give excuses. I never told my boss, well, if it wasn't for, if you only give me, no. A grown man is going to take responsibility and say, you know what? It was my responsibility that the project didn't get finished in a timely manner. If you give me the opportunity, I'll make sure it gets done better than what you expected. I'll explain to you what happened, and I'll explain to you what I'm going to do going forward. That's how you do it as a grown-ass man. Grown men don't give excuses in no arena of life. None. None. You will never see me give an excuse. I'll give an explanation, but I won't give an excuse. Babysitting what I did, knowing that it was probably my fault that it went down like that anyway. No, I don't live by excuses. Fuck that. On point, the women are on the shelf. Yeah, they're waiting for us, man. I'm telling you, but I hate when brothers downplay themselves and be trying to. All they do is passport and pussy. You be like, dude, you doing your passport wrong. You doing your passport wrong, bruh. If you think that passport is only for sexing, you a lame. You a lame. And let me wrap this one up. It's been 2 hours and 25 minutes. I'm on somebody else's channel. Sometimes I forget, I'm like, I'm on another man's channel. Let me go ahead and respect this man's channel. This man probably be losing viewers messing with Andre. Chopper Paw, we need you back. We don't like Andre. That's because Andre don't give a damn. Andre don't care, man. I love y'all, but I'm not coming with excuses to grown men. Our life is short. I'm not about to sit up there and waste my time and waste your time babysitting your excuses. If I'm not going to babysit mine, shit. But I'm up out of here, guys. Let me see what my fantasy football looks like. My Raiders looking bad. Such a good team. I can't even say that they're a bad team. That's the sad part. Such a good team to be 1-4. That is so sad. But I'm out of here, guys. Shout out to the Tampa Bay Bucks and the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles are looking great this year. So, Drake, can you send that updated job list? Hey, you know what, Charles? I didn't get a chance to finish doing all the updates. Somebody else had also hit me up with that. Give me at least until next week, because I have like 100 jobs on there, but I want to get at least 200 jobs on that new updated job list. And so since we went to Cuba and we ended up staying there longer than we expected, that kind of got pushed to the back burner. And then since we were gone with the other channels, I had to get the momentum back for the other channels, because the way that YouTube works, if you're away from your channel for a week, you start to notice. Fortunately, I had pre-uploaded some videos for those other channels, but I didn't upload enough for when we were gone that extra week, because we were still stuck in Cuba. So now that everything is back in order, I can take a deep breath. Now I can focus on all the other things. So yeah, I'm getting that list together. Going to start looking for courses and Skillshare. Yeah, man, Skillshare is a real good one to if you know anything, man, create a course and put it on Skillshare. I'm telling you, man. I haven't heard that other one that you mentioned. Coursera. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Let me look that one up. I like when you guys share information. Sharing is caring. All right, guys. I'm up out of here. Once again, it's Chopper Paw TV. Take over. I'm out of here. Talk to you guys later. See you guys on Wednesday. Love Crossing Borders.